that I have in here. Now I'm going to go ahead, use the trim tool right here, pop these off. This should be a pretty simple install. Ever install the radio? A lot of them are pretty similar. Now it's screwed down right here. Here's the 2 screws. I'm just going to unscrew these. I've got 4 screws in there actually. Then I'm going to take this out, and then this should just slide right in there. So let me grab a wrench, get these screws out, and let's get this one in. Okay, so all this is 10mm screws. We should be able to get down in there. I might need an extension to get back down in there. Now what I'm going to do is unscrew these side bolts, and that way this thing will slide right out. Okay, I just finished the install. It was pretty simple. All I did was pop these off, screw that down, put in my old wiring harness hooked right up to it, so that was pretty simple. But let me show you how this thing looks. So you see around the back of it there, this actually moves around a little bit. There's not much movement in it, but I can move it more flat. See how I'm more towards the passenger, more towards the driver. So I'm going to run it down like that. But look how nice this is. Look at the size of the screen. Okay, let me go ahead, start up the engine. So starting up, let me turn the AC down a little bit. It's a little warm out here. So as soon as you start it up, watch what it does. It goes through this power. Now you could put whatever logo your engine is. So as soon as, say, you're starting your engine up, you're starting to drive, bam, right into Apple CarPlay. So this, and you see, it's hooked right up to my phone right now. It hooks up through Bluetooth, or it can also hook up through Wi-Fi. So there's 2 ways of hooking it up. And look how responsive this thing is. Look at this. That's awesome. Now it's a little faster than my other one. Look at the thing I can't get over. Look at the size of the screen. You want to go ahead, change your focus, your driving focus, your announcements, all of the appearance and everything. I really like that feature a lot. You could see all the different apps, but let me go ahead, do mode. Here's the radio. So the radio is, look how big that radio is. That looks awesome, which you want to do that. Now here's the aux in. The aux in, what I did, I don't know how well you can see it, is my USB charging and USB plug-in. All I did was route it down through there. Pretty simple to do that. So if you're going to use that aux in, that's what you're going to do for that. Now, if I want to, I can make calls right now through the Apple CarPlay. Or let's say you don't want to use Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Hook it up Bluetooth. You have to disconnect the Wi-Fi and then hook that up. And if I want to go back, see where there's Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, and radio, there's the major functions there. You got Auto Link, ISO mirroring. That's going to have to use a wire also. I got to run that wire through my phone right there. Then you got the USB. Backup camera, I did not install the backup camera. Will I ever use it? Probably not. I have a backup. I have a camera already back there with my dash cam. So there's a camera already shining back there. I don't need 2 cams back there. Let's just say you don't want to have this turned on. One thing, turn your headlights on. Watch this. You see how now it's dark? It actually darkens it up with the headlights. Hit that button right there. Now it's really dark. Hit it again. It's a black screen. So if I'm driving, I just don't want to have anything up there. Hit that button, touch it again, comes right back. This is very responsive. You can hear it. Since there's an ad playing, I can play that. I know it's hard to tell you what a radio sounds like through like a microphone. And there is a mic. There is a microphone right here. This is something I recommend, especially if you just have a single DIN top slot and you don't want to do a big, huge double DIN. It looks so clean. It looks like it's factory. And look at this, when you come back, does that not just look like a factory setup? That looks awesome, everybody. So yeah, I've been very impressed with this SOOEMAKA company. I think they put out a great product. I had no issues with my flip out screen, and now I'm going to be using this. So yeah, there it is, everybody. That's all I got on the 10-inch single DIN radio mount. See y'all.